Social Welfare Minister Paul Lyngdoh announced today that a crucial statewide meeting of Drug Reduction, Elimination and Action Mission will be held on November 14, 2024. The meeting, which will be chaired by Deputy Chief Minister in charge Home Police Department Prestone Tynsong, aims to explore new strategies to combat the drug menace in the state. The minister mentioned that discussions will also focus on strengthening law enforcement efforts, particularly enhancing the capacity of the Anti-Narcotics Task Force. Additionally, issues raised by various NGOs will also be addressed during the meeting. Referring to his meeting with the Hinyotrap Youth Council, the minister shared that the delegation submitted a memorandum outlining key concerns regarding drug abuse and its impact on society. Their recommendations included expanding treatment and rehabilitation facilities, establishing fast-track and special courts for drug-related cases, and setting up a Narcotics Control Bureau office in Shillong.
So, a delegation of the Hinyotrap Youth Council met me today as Minister in charge Social Welfare, and also as one of the key figures in the DREAM mission by virtue of being Minister in charge Social Welfare. So, the delegation was led by its president, Mr. Roy Kumar Sandrem. The major point of focus was on the DREAM mission, which, as you know, is a statewide mission that has now entered its third year. So, among the many concerns that the group, that the NGO had, they had presented a memorandum to me, which spoke on treatment and rehabilitation facilities, the need to increase spaces and number of such centers, free detoxification, OST and daycare centers, then establishment of fast-track courts or special courts, investigation and prosecution of cases under NDPS Act, prevention of illicit trafficking, that is PIT NDPS Act 1988, strengthening the drug supply reduction strategy, and establishment of the office of the NCB, that is the Narcotics Control Board in Shillong. So the meeting was very cordial, very fruitful, and very positive. I took the opportunity to explain to the NGO leaders that first and foremost, the state government has notified a new mission director of DREAM, which is Mr. F.G. Karshieng, retired IPS officer. In view of his vast experience in policing, we have zeroed in on his name, and he will assume charge day after tomorrow, that is on the 7th of November. Apart from that, I have also had a detailed meeting with the Deputy CM in charge Home yesterday, because as you're aware, the issue of drug menace crosses many departments. It is interlinked with home police, it is interlinked with social welfare, health, law, so on and so forth. So after the assumption of office of the new mission director, the next meeting of the DREAM mission at the state level will be held on the 14th of November and will be chaired by Deputy CM in charge, Home. We will take up the various concerns expressed by this particular NGO as well as several other civil society organizations There are strategies which are of a short-term basis. There are those which are of medium, and there are those of a long-term basis. So we, as a government, are committed to containing and eventually eradicating the menace of drug trafficking from our state. And the importance of the meeting on the 14th is that we will have a fresh look at our strategy of tackling the problem. There will be more focus on policing and the need to strengthen the ANTF. We will also be focusing and working out on making the ANTF a dedicated police force, which will not be tied down by normal policing activities, which is what is happening as of date. So that apart, the other area of concern where the de-addiction centers, rehabilitation centers is concerned, government has made it very clear that we are keen to have more such centers, but we need the local community to come forward. One major component which is not admissible as per the central ministry's guidelines are concerned is allotment of land. There is no provision for purchase of land, which is why we require local communities to come forward and donate land, in exchange for which we are ready to increase more such centers. Also, on the 17th of this month, I will be personally meeting the ministers in charge of various ministries. There are 5 ministries which are linked to this Department of Social Welfare. I will be calling on the ministers concerned on the 17th and the 18th of this month. The proposal to delink the ANTF from general policing is because we would like to minimize the possibility of such a phenomenon where the integrity of the police force will be suspected and there is a resultant trust deficit. That can only be addressed when you have a small dedicated team that will only be focused on tackling drug menace, drug trafficking. Not offhand give you specifics because this is a matter that has to be reviewed at the state level at a meeting to be chaired by Deputy CM in charge Home in the presence of the new mission director who is joining day after tomorrow. So let's not jump the gun, we'll wait till the 14th, but I'm giving you clear indication that we will delink. The move will be to delink ANTF from the other duties performed by the state police. Idea which I shared with them is that we have recently revived the operation of the village defense parties and we are ready to incentivize VDPs. In fact, we are working on the final draft of the new structure of the VDPs because the major issue was remuneration. It was a very tiny sum. We would like to enhance that to at least 3,000 per volunteer per month and also cover other concerns like their identification, the uniforms. So as all members of these NGOs also belong to specific Dorbarshnongs, and the Dorbarshnongs have been empowered to constitute the VDPs. They can be part and parcel of the VDPs. One. Two is in a situation where trading of narcotics has become a huge business worldwide. That's the phenomenon across the world. There is a huge risk of even drug traffickers, forming their own NGOs. What happens at that point of time? So, therefore, the wisest thing for them to do would be to give us inputs, give us information, give us leads. We will act on those leads. One issue that we will address in the next meeting is also the setting up of fast-track courts, which is very much the crying need of the hour. If you recall, a couple of months back, we had that day-long interaction at the NEC building, where Dorbarshnong of Nongrim Hills had facilitated that meeting, and we also had a Supreme Court advocate who shared her thoughts with us, and we already have a lot of inputs on how to go about with the establishment of fast-track courts, specifically to ensure speedy trial and closure of these drug-related cases.